Welcome to this week's episode of Backyard Barbecue Pit, our 4th of July special. In this episode, we are going to show you how to make some bacon avocado cheeseburgers. We're going to follow with how to make some beer battered onion rings, and we're going to show you how to make a luscious frozen piña colada. So stay tuned and we'll be right back. Welcome back. In this segment, we're going to show you how to stave off the heat by making a frozen luscious piña colada. We'll go ahead and start off with the main ingredient, which is ice. Ice is a requirement for coming up with a frozen piña colada. Additionally, you're going to need some piña colada mix. I use the Chi-Chi's brand, and it can come in virgin style, which means it contains no alcohol, or you can choose to have alcohol, which in this case it'll contain rum. Additionally, you'll also need 100% pineapple juice that you can purchase at your local grocery store. So to start off, we're going to start by actually pouring a cup of ice using a Pyrex measuring cup. We'll go ahead and measure about a cup of ice, and once we've got about a cup of ice, give or take, we're going to actually pour it in an actual blender. So we'll go ahead and pour the cup of ice in the blender. And then we're going to go ahead and pour about a cup of 100% pineapple juice in the Pyrex container. So we'll go ahead and pour about a cup. There you go. So that's about a cup right there. So we're going to pour that into the blender. And then for the piña colada mix, you want to measure about 4 ounces of piña colada mix. So the very first thing you do is you want to shake it a little bit to make sure that all the ingredients in the mix are actually mixed together. And then we'll go ahead and measure about 4 ounces. There we go. Slightly a little bit more than 4, but it'll work. There we go. So we'll pour the lid on, we'll put the lid on the blender, and we'll go ahead and put it on the mix. Alrighty. It appears that the piña colada mix is ready, and we'll go ahead and pour these into these goblets. There's one piña colada, and there is the second piña colada. We'll pour a little bit more on mine. There we go. And here it is, folks. A nice, luscious, frozen piña colada to stave off the summertime heat. Let me go ahead and try it. Oh, it's so, so good. Cheers. In this segment, we're going to actually show you all how to make some beer battered onion rings. And we're actually going to show you some of the ingredients that we actually need to actually make those. The most important thing is obviously your onion, and I'm choosing today to use a yellow onion. I'm also using Louisiana beer battered prepared mix. You basically mix this along with beer in a mixing bowl, and basically once you cut your onions, you actually dunk those in a bowl, and then you put them in the fryer. So we'll go ahead and get started. So the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to open up our Louisiana seasoned beer batter mix. We're going to go ahead and open this. And we're going to pour this into the mixing bowl. And then we're going to go ahead and take out our beer. You can use whatever beer you want. I'm actually using a can of Miller Lite. And we'll go ahead and measure a half cup. Alrighty, we'll pour the beer onto the mix. I may have to add a little bit more after I stir, but we'll see here. So we'll go ahead and get started by mixing the actual batter. Yes, we're actually going to need more beer to add to this. So we'll go ahead and add some more beer. We'll just mix, mix, mix. And we're mixing this batter to a nice consistency. Actually, it's going to take some more beer. So actually 3/4 of the can. There we go. Now it's looking nice and smooth. You see how the actual batter is actually coming off the whisk? That's what you're looking for, folks, when you're actually mixing this beer batter mix with actual beer or any kind of liquid. You can also choose buttermilk if you'd like, or water, but in this case we're trying to actually do a beer battered set of onion rings, so we're going to use beer for this recipe. But here you go. It looks like this batter is ready to go. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and cut our onion. Alrighty, so the very first thing you want to do is you want to actually cut the onion on one side, and I usually like to cut the yucky side out. So there we go. And then what you want to do is you want to cut these rings consistently. You don't want to make them too thin, but you don't want to make them too thick either. So there's 2 rings. There's 3 rings. There's 4 rings. There's 5 rings. Okay, we'll go ahead and just do half an onion for now. Alright, and then basically you just peel off the skin off of the ring and you pull them apart just like this. So here you go. See how nice and perfect and round these rings actually are? Okay, and then we're going to do another set, and we're going to pour these in the actual fryer in a few minutes. So we'll go ahead and pull the second set of rings. Here's some more rings. See how perfect these are? Alrighty. So we'll go ahead and start. It's important that you start in small batches so that the rings do not actually get they don't get bulked up in there and basically they're jammed all together in there. So let's go ahead and just mix these in. Make sure that you've got enough beer batter on these so that they actually stick together. Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead and take our fryer and we're going to start by pouring the first set of rings on here. So you want to be able to shake the excess off. You definitely want to do that so that you don't get them too thick. So there we go. We're pouring the first set of rings. We're going to get some more rings here. Shake, shake, shake. There we go. Okay, we're going to start off with those first. And we'll actually put some more rings in the batter. They are looking super. So we'll leave those for a few minutes and then we'll flip them over to the other side so that the other side can get nice and golden. In the meantime, I'm going to be working on some more rings here. So I'll pull them apart, dump them in the batter, let them swim in there for a few minutes, get all nice and doughy. So here we go. We're pulling the rings, some more rings apart. Alrighty, I'm going to go ahead and flip these. They are looking good, folks. They are looking super, super good. Alright, so we'll move these rings around. Alright, we'll take a look at our rings that are actually in the fryer. We'll flip them one more time. Look at those beauties. Oh my God. Look at these babies. They are nice and golden. I'm going to go ahead and take them out and put them in a plate. Let's put some more rings on. Okay. About this much. I want to shake off the excess batter. Our second batch is in. They are frying golden. Okay, I just flipped them one more time. And then after these are out, what you want to do is you want to actually put them in the oven under a baking rack, and that'll keep them warm until the rest of your meal is actually done. So that's my recommendation. After you've made all your onion rings, you want to take them out and put them on a baking rack and keep them on warm. And they are looking golden. Alright, look at this, folks. They are nice and golden. Put these on the plate. So there you go, folks. This is how you actually make beer battered onion rings. They are looking super delicious. We'll go ahead and put them on a warming rack, and then we'll come back later in our next segment and show you all how to make bacon avocado cheeseburgers. So stay tuned. Segment, we're going to show you how to actually make some bacon avocado burgers. So we'll go ahead and get started. First of all, our ingredients here are chuck patties, the 80-20, and basically what we're going to start off with is we're actually going to season these patties. And what I like to season them with is I like to use lemon pepper, ground cumin, and garlic powder. So the very first thing we're going to do is we're actually going to liberally spice our patties with lemon pepper. Go ahead and do that real quick. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and add the garlic powder. And we'll add a little dash of ground cumin. You don't flip these over because nobody likes a one-sided seasoned hamburger patty. So we're going to flip these over, and we're going to sprinkle them a little bit with lemon pepper. We'll follow by garlic powder. And we'll put a little dash of ground cumin. So all sides are perfectly spiced. Okay, and we'll go ahead and move our spices to the side. Go ahead and start by placing our patties on the grill. There you go. I'm going to go ahead and wash my hands. It's always very important to wash your hands. Alrighty, folks. These patties are actually grilling now. These patties are actually grilling on the grill. They are looking super. You always want to start with unfrozen patties for the best results. We'll just leave them for about 2 to 3 minutes, and then we're going to flip them to the other side. Alright, we'll go ahead and flip them. See how perfect they're coming out? Look at that. Alrighty, we'll leave them here for a few minutes. We're going to take a break, but when we come back, we're going to actually continue grilling these patties, and then we're going to go ahead and actually start toasting our buns. So stay tuned. Alright folks, we're actually here right now. Our patties are almost done, and we're actually now just cooking the bacon. And if the bacon's almost done as well, we're just going to let it get a little more crispy. These are going to be nice looking burgers. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually continue flipping these burgers a little bit. And these are almost done. I'm also frying some French fries as well. We cooked some onion rings just a couple of minutes ago, and now we're actually making some actual waffle fries. These are actually store-bought, so you can actually make these already made. You don't have to worry about having no kind of fancy machine to make the actual waffle. You just get them at the grocery store and fry them. Alrighty, these are done as well. Go ahead and cover these for the they don't get cold. Alrighty, folks, we'll be here. We'll be back here in a few minutes to get the bacon out and get these patties out, and then we'll start putting our burger together. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. We're ready to come off the grill. Our bacon is nice and crispy, so we'll go ahead and get a plate, and we'll go ahead and take this bacon out. Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead and take the patties out as well. Look at how nice these patties look. They look delicious. We'll take these out. Alrighty, we'll set these aside for right now, okay, while we toast our buns. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and move the grease a little bit from one side of the grill. And one of the things that I like to do with these hamburger buns is I like to actually butter them before I put them on the grill. It gives them a nice flavor. And basically for these burgers, we're actually using a small bun. We're not using the big bun at all. We're using a small bun. So we'll go ahead and get started. We'll go ahead and get started by buttering our buns. That sounds kind of funny, buttering your buns. We'll go ahead and put some butter, and we'll lay the buns on the actual grill. We'll get another bun, and we'll do the same thing. We'll butter our buns. Make them nice and buttery and smooth. Alright, same thing. We'll lay them on the grill. And we'll take our third bun and we'll butter them up. Alrighty, and we'll lay that one on the grill as well. Alrighty. We'll let them sit there for a few minutes, and then we'll flip them over. See what they look like. They're still need a little bit more. Alrighty, we're flipping our buns now, and they're turning out really nice and golden. Really nice and golden. Alrighty folks, we're back, and our buns are actually getting toasty, and we'll just leave them here for a few minutes, and then we're going to take them out, and we're going to put our actual burgers together. So if you hang in there with us, we'll be right back, and we'll show you how these are actually put together. Stay tuned. Alrighty folks, we're going to take these buns off the grill. They're nice and toasty. Alrighty, here we go. Okay, alright, we're going to go ahead and turn this off now. And what we're going to do is we're going to actually start putting our burgers together. Okay, so with our patties out, we're going to start off by actually using some mustard. I like mustard on mine. My daughter likes mustard, and my wife, she likes mayonnaise. So we're going to go ahead and use some mayonnaise for hers. There we go, a dab of mayonnaise. And basically what we're going to do here is we're going to actually put some cheese on these actual burgers. So what I like to do first of all is I like to actually take the burgers, and I'm going to go ahead. My daughter doesn't like bacon on her burgers, so it's going to be just for me and my wife. So we're going to go ahead and put the bacon right on top of the dressing there. Then we're going to take our cheese, our first slice of cheese, place that one there. And then we're going to open up our second set of cheese. I can get it open here. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and put our third layer of cheese. And then we're going to go ahead and put another layer of cheese for my daughter's burger. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our hamburger patties and put them right on top of each other. And then we're going to go ahead and join them together. Look at those burgers. Look at those burgers, folks. They look fabulously delicious. Alrighty, folks, look at these burgers. They are beauties, aren't they? We're going to go ahead and start putting the vegetables on the burgers. And then that will wrap up this segment. Look, folks, look at these beautiful, delicious burgers. What we're going to do next is we're going to actually put our vegetables on our burgers. So we're going to go ahead and add some lettuce and tomato. Alright, so for mine, I like mine with lettuce and some tomato slices and some onions. Look at that beauty. Look at that beauty, folks. Look at that beauty. Isn't that wonderful? Doesn't those look delicious? And for my wife, we're going to go ahead and do the same thing. I'm going to add lettuce. And we're going to add some tomato. She doesn't like onion. And my daughter, she likes hers plain and dry. So we're going to leave hers without. And we'll go ahead and add the avocado slices later. Not everybody in my family likes avocado, so I'm going to go ahead and let them slice their own avocado and place it on the actual burger. So this is it, folks. We actually made a nice, luscious frozen margarita to stave off that summertime heat. We also made some delicious beer battered onion rings, and we followed that up by actually some nice looking, luscious bacon burgers.